all the comedians you have on there, you are a bit like, I know it's a cliche, but a bit like a family. Like you turn it on, we know who we're going to see,
right. Yes.
and the way you get on. So has anyone ever come on and they don't really fit that kind of vibe?
Once or twice, yes.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
I wonder if we could squeeze in a real quick. It'll probably annoy Rob now because he said he can't spot a good lie. But Stevie's given me a truth about himself, and I think as somebody
or a lie.
No, you give me a truth because I'm going to choose either the truth or the lie, and you genuinely don't know. And as we're huge fans of the show, I think it'd be a great honour for us if we could play a quick game of Would I Lie to You? Would you lie to me?
Yes, that's right. Yes. It's okay, guys. Lawyers, stand down.
Okay, Stevie. So if you scroll down on the sheet that we both have in front of us, I've either written your truth or your lie there.
I don't want to do. This is going to embarrass me. Okay.
That's the point.
I think we're already there.
Okay. Yeah. I was once pushed into the Thames by Michael Bublé.
Oh.
Where would you start with that?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, Bublé, of course, famously, relatively famously, in the trip to Italy, we talk about Bublé. I go, Mike, I'm doing Michael Parkinson again. Probably means nothing to you, but Michael Bublé, wonderful, wonderful Michael Bublé. And I say to Steve, where do you stand on Michael Bublé? And he goes, his windpipe. And I remember that clip was up there, and I saw it with the comments. Classic Coogan. Oh, back of the net. Classic Coogan. So sharp. I came up with that, and I said, why don't I say this and you say that? Obviously, I don't mind.
That's so good.
Steve's not short of genius lines that he comes up with himself, but when it's me, that was mine. That was me being generous. Right, Michael Bublé.
Yeah, I'm a huge Michael Bublé fan.
Are you really?
Yeah, big.
Good for you. Well, so am I. But he's one of those artists, isn't he? That some people look down their nose at.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
I think but you know what?
He's very festive.
I think that he is only going to become more and more popular because he's doing a style of music that was sort of really before him. So the older he gets, I think he'll be cherished even more. I got asked once to do a bit on one of his TV shows, and I said no, and I still regret it. I would have, especially because I've started doing more singing stuff, with the tour and everything. And I just, I wasn't sure, and I didn't do it anyway. Well, I'm going to say, it's a bizarre thing to. I'm not sure you're creative enough to invent that as a lie. So
he hasn't even asked me any questions. Just gone, nah.
All right, then how come? What were the circumstances?
So it was actually for one of those TV shows.
Well, probably the thing that I said no to. How long ago?
He was going to push you into the Thames, strangely. It was, I think, 3 years ago.
Oh no, it wasn't that recent.
He comes back to London pretty much every Christmas now to do a Michael Bublé TV show.
I love the meme where they say in November you see it online where they're like, somebody's defrosting Michael Bublé right now, just ready for Christmas.
He's got about 8 albums, one Christmas album.
You really do like Michael Bublé.
Yeah, sorry.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
But yeah, about 3 years ago, it was for one of those TV shows. Okay. It was just a stupid little comedy bit, and I had to act like a crazed fan.
And how come? What were you? Were you working on the show? Were you just an up-and-coming?
It was like a little extras thing. Like I was just a little extra, but I love Bublé, so whenever he's here, I try my best to find my way, worm my way in there. Bit like a crazed fan anyway. So yeah, it was for a bit where I had to.
Well, I mean, and was he a nice guy?
Lovely guy.
I'm told he's very
nice.
Well,
I still love him now.
What did he smell like?
I bet he smells good.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
You'd be surprised if Bublé did not smell reassuring and exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is what we all look for, isn't it?
Yeah, I think one whiff of that and you'd definitely learn to upload.
I like it, Jack.
You like it?
I like it. A little bit fruity, that.
Yeah.
You can take that as you wish. That's, a little bit.
Don't mind that.
He's liking that a lot.
I think, well, look, can I first of all say, I don't care.
See? I said we could have skipped this bit.
But I'm going to say it's true.
Can you reveal?
Should I do it in style?
Yeah.
It was a lie.
Oh, there we go.
Well, let's go back to mental health, because what in God's name possessed you to come up with such a...
That's not me. I didn't know it
God's
until I
name
just read it.
possessed you to come up with
I know
such
he
a
likes
thing?
Michael Bublé.
Oh, so you took it from them.
Yeah, I was going to say Michael Bublé gave you a hem.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't, because I would have had no chance on
Well,
that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this game you got, this Would You Lie to Me, very good.
Groundbreaking. Groundbreaking, it really is.
I think somewhere in London, Lee and David independently have just gone, "Ooh," as if somebody walked over their grave, you know? They don't know that it's the beginning of the end of an otherwise very pleasant gravy train.
Is it hard? Last question on
Yes, it
Would
can
I
be
Lie
at
to You?
times, but you know what? I just carry on.
He's just explaining his time in the studio.
You can't let it get you down.
Is it hard? I don't want you to be negative or anything like that. You're a professional, but is it difficult if somebody comes on the show? And I can't imagine it's often, but they don't fit, because I think all the comedians you have on there, you are a bit like, I know it's a cliche, but a bit like a family. Like you turn it on, we know who we're going to see,
right. Yes.
and the way you get on. So has anyone ever come on and they don't really fit that kind of vibe?
Once or twice, yes.
Yeah.
Once or twice, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
Once or twice there was somebody, and I'm never in a million years going to give you any clues as to who it was, because it wouldn't be fair.
Of course.
In their own right, they are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Someone came on once, and I'll tell you when it doesn't work, is if they try to deconstruct it. Is if they step outside of the game, if that makes sense to you, and if they're a little postmodern with it.
Right.
So one person springs to mind, a brilliant comic, who did that a bit, and it didn't work, and they've never come back.
Mm-hmm.
They probably wouldn't want to, but and we had someone else once, brilliant, another comedian who barely said anything through the whole show, and then and occasionally I'd look across at David and go, and look at Lee and go, and as we were walking up the steps back to the dressing rooms after the show, 'cause he's a friend of mine, he said, "Oh, that was amazing." He said, "To sit there and watch you guys do your thing."
Oh.
And I thought, yeah, that's not really the idea. And then there was another person. There was one other who just I don't know. It's hard to put into words. And that's of course, and that's our perception of it. The ones that are there every week.
Yeah.
It's a bit, I would have thought the audience watching would have no idea. So, and we've done a lot of episodes. So generally, people have a lovely time and they remark on it. They say what a nice atmosphere it is, because it's not a sort of point scoring. I mean, we have these points at the end. One of my boys said to me the other day, out of nowhere, he said, "Why do you give the score at the end of Would I Lie to You? I mean, it doesn't mean anything, does it?" I said, "No, of course not." I said, "But some people seem to want that."
Right. Yeah.
But the vast majority, I mean, like 99.9% of people fit in very well.
Who's been a guest that stands out to you for being funny that isn't actually a comedian?
They are often the best.
Oh, really?